Does his name belong in the conversation with those immortals?
Oh, absolutely. We're watching greatness every time we see Drew Brees play. And, Guy, last night I'm watching the game. I was actually less impressed with the fact that he passed Brett Favre and Peyton Manning on the all-time passing yardage list, and more impressed with the fact that he went 26 of 29 in an NFL game. Guys, we could go outside right now and play catch. In 29 throws, the ball is hitting the ground more than 3 times. It was hard to do that in Tech Mobile.
Right.
And Sean Payton was my offensive coordinator with the New York Giants. And one thing he used to tell Kerry Collins and Jason Garrett and myself was, bore me with completions. Make the throws you're supposed to make, the slants, the curl routes, the swing routes. Keep this offense in rhythm. And that's exactly what Drew Brees does. He is one of the most, if not the most accurate quarterback we've ever seen, and it's just remarkable to watch week in, week out.
So, RC, I feel like when people talk about the greatest quarterbacks of all time, they do mention Brady and Manning and Favre, and they don't mention Drew Brees. Why?
Well, I think it's because he doesn't do anything that wows us. But you just heard Jesse talk about it. It's his accuracy. It's his ability to continue to keep the ball rolling, to continue to keep this offense moving. But when you look at him, he's 5'11". You know, we look at Drew Brees and we look at guys like Tom Brady and they don't match, right? Tom Brady's 6'5", Aaron Rodgers 6'2.5". Peyton Manning's a huge man. And so we don't see Drew Brees as this long quarterback who stands in the pocket statuesque and makes these throws. But all he's done is be consistent and be great his whole time in New Orleans, and these records are an example of it.
I'll tell you what else. If he's got a chance to do it this year because he's got the team around him to do it, and maybe could have done it last year if not for one unbelievable play. If he puts another ring on his finger, that's going to change the storyline, right? 2 Super Bowl championships, I think, would change the dynamic of his historical perspective a lot.
I think that's our society today. I remember that conversation with Kurt Warner forever, too. Okay, you've won MVPs, you won 1 Super Bowl, let's see it again. Can we really consider Kurt Warner to be one of the best unless he wins another Super Bowl? Got back twice, didn't pull it off. Drew Brees has that ability, and I think the unique scenario in New Orleans is the fact that you just heard Sean Payton say it. For 13 years they've been together, guys, and Drew Brees really is an extension of his head coach on the field. They're on the same page. I can tell you from firsthand experience, that offense is complex, man. With all the shifts and motions and the personnel groupings they have, Drew Brees has attempted 232 throws now without an interception. If he's playing at this level, this late in his career, with all those weapons they have, Mark Ingram now back from suspension, they are loaded, sitting at 4-1 right now. This is a team you got to watch out.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a pick yet this season. Quickly, the Rams clearly right now are the class of the NFC. Are the Saints the second best team?
Well, the Saints are the second best team when the defense plays as it played last night. That's been the issue with this team. They can obviously score points as they have throughout the Drew Brees, Sean Payton era.
Yeah.
But if this defense plays the way it does last night, this team has a chance to be right where they were last year, and Stephon Diggs may not be there to make that play.
That is exactly right. That, to me, is part of the Drew Brees conversation. His place in history, fairly or not, I think will go a long way towards being determined by whether or not he gets one more chance at a championship.